Looking back at my prelim task, I found that I have progressed a lot with my skills on all the software that I have used throughout the year. When I started the prelim task, I only had used Photoshop a few times before. When finishing my actual product, I had learnt a lot more skills and was able to make all 4 of my pages look more realistic. One thing I learnt from when carrying out the prelim task was that before starting my magazine cover, leave room when taking the photos for the main cover image for the masthead. When I did the prelim task, I didn't do this, so there was not as much space without cutting Kate, my model's head off. Another thing I learned was not to use too many colours for my house style. For my final product, I used red, yellow, and with black and some white, unlike the prelim task where I use yellow, red, and blue. From looking at the different magazines like Kerrang, M&E, and Q, I started to understand what conventions I should use to fit the genre of music I wanted to use for my magazine. I learned research is the key to success, and that I should keep looking at my magazine throughout the process of creating the magazine. This would help me with getting correct measurements and help me with the layout of some conventions of my magazine. I decided Kerrang would help me most to pastiche a lot of their conventions. I developed my time management skills from this course. When I did the prelim task in September, I had to rush to get my work finished. I think this was because I didn't do much work at home and tried to just get it finished in lesson time. This meant in the lesson I had to rush my work and didn't have much value to it. This time, when creating my music magazine, I decided that I wouldn't get all my work done if I didn't do some work at home as well as college. I took all the photos for my magazine on a weekend and wrote all the article for a double-page spread at home, giving me time to actually create my pages that I didn't have the software for at home in college. Therefore, I developed my skills in time management and got my project finished in the time given. For creating the double-page spread and the contents page, I learnt how to use InDesign. Where I started the task, I didn't know how to use it at all, and had to get my teacher to help me set it all up. I decided I would have one lesson to try to develop a few skills and get used to the software, then realised it was quite easy to use and I really enjoyed using it. One skill I learned was placing an image onto my page. I had to create a text box, then go to place, and then add an image into the box. This was sometimes difficult, as the images would not always fit into the boxes without looking too stretched. From doing the 2 tasks, I went from being the audience to being the producer. This is compared to my exam work, as I had to watch clips, then research statistics for other companies. When doing this task, I got to create my own stats and be my own producer and editor. It was a great experience and gave me a real taster of what it might be like creating pages for a magazine company. This is particularly shown skills. The coursework could have been writing essays on how magazines are made and distributed, but we actually got to design and make the pages for a magazine.